This woman has started paying for liver all over the place, and she's an absolute clown. What's called rubbery butts?
Because it's going to be a problem if we get it.
Actually, what this is a good pause, but only pause because we need to go and talk about Elon Musk, which is an extension of Trump's brain, I suppose. Musk, of course, tweeting like crazy.
What about the grooming gangs?
Is he a danger? This is after weeks of controversial tweets about grooming gangs, senior politicians even calling for the government to go. Is Musk a danger, or do you think no?
Why is that a danger?
Free speech. This is what it's about.
I can't wait to hear this from the Blues response. Oh, you look at the skies now. Remember, this is about the cars. Just remember what I said. What's what happens? Look at all that black there. It's all blocking out the sun, that's why it's so cold. Believe me. Here we go.
Love to hear from him. He's been posting controversial tweets for weeks attacking the government and senior political figures, and also raising the issue of child grooming scandals.
Rightly so.
Calls for a national inquiry. And it's interesting, isn't it, how it all started? So come over here, you go.
Rightly so.
Essentially, like the sort of AI image we've got here. Fight, right? Musk on the left, Starmer on the right here. And you like Marlon Brando, you're sort of asking, how did things ever get so far, right? How did it come to this?
Starmer Botox is going to be brain.
This guy with his megatanoid just shouting at me across the Atlantic. The answer is 3 phases, okay? Starmer's actually phase 3 of this. Phase 2 was the riots in the summer, chiefly in England. And then phase 1 was in Scotland with the First Minister of Scotland, who made some comments about how hard it is to be a Muslim in British.
What is it about white?
So when he made these comments, this account said he openly despises white people. Starmer chimes in, what a racist. He's obviously super racist against white people. I dare that scumbag to sue me. Meaning Humza Yousaf. So we're following this arrow. Okay? So Musk is now attending to Britain. He's now looking. So then he famously tweets, civil war is inevitable.
He's don't sort it now. That's what's coming.
That did not make life any easier for our authorities, the idea that sort of...
And there's only one side, only one, believe you me.
So then we're phase 3, okay? So he gets into the grooming...
And it's not going to be purple-haired people sitting in their basements with no friends.
Crown Prosecution Service. He has a poll, should America liberate the people of Britain from their tyrannical...
Is that much?
He said, Starmer is done, just a question of how long it takes. He repeatedly calls for general elections. And then this one, where somebody says, meet Jess Phillips, the safeguarding minister who's refused the inquiry into Muslim grooming gangs. So we're getting very specific here about...
I'll tell you what, why has no one sued him? Because everything he says is true.
Apologist. And Starmer says, at that point he crossed the line, he may have crossed the line sometime earlier. But it's...
I can't wait to see what the woman of blue says here. Come on.
Comments about Jess Phillips come back into
Just watch her body language.
Yesterday, she's now in danger. This is her speaking to Victoria Derbyshire on BBC's Newsnight.
Hey, well, was she in danger? She put the children in danger.
The threat to you has gone up.
She looks a scumbag.
Things are in place to protect your safety. Yes. How does that make you feel?
Resigned to the lot in life that you get as a woman.
Time to resign.
Violence against women and girls. I've learned that it's ups and downs in my life, but what it makes me know is that I can just keep on going.
Well, it's quite...
Keep on going. Keep on going. he couldn't stop what was happening, so you're going to keep on going.
And she has to get security now.
Yeah, I just think, look, this is
Here we go.
for democracy, do you know what I mean? Because you've got someone like Jess who has actually committed her life, you know, to fighting for vulnerable women. You know,
Why didn't she help him?
You know, she travelled across the country, you know, to support women that were.
I love how they
you know,
stutter.
in terrible situations. And then Elon Musk, who behaves a bit like a child. This is the problem.
Look at the body language again.
Vulnerable girls, victims, were not listened to, okay? And there is a big problem here.
Now you will see her in one of my videos in GB News using the exact same body language.
These statements, and it's not helping the victims.
Statements are true.
So, but coming back to Jess, I think this is very, very serious because ultimately now, you know,
She should be investigated, yes.
for her. She's having to put things in place, and I'm sorry, but that's just it's not acceptable.
Well, we had to.
Donald Trump was fucking shot at.
We David
He was shot.
So we don't want
The attempted shooter, and he was refused it.
I'm very sorry that she's had threats, but all of us get threats every day on Twitter because of what we do and what we say. This is not about Jess Wilson. I find
Love you, Carl.
appalling that Starmer
Used
has
to hit you.
deflect what this is
He used to
really
hit
about.
her
This
guts.
is about two governments, Tories and Labour's inability, incapacity, no will to tackle this problem. And he's now deflecting it, and it's all become poor old Jess Phillips. No MP should have their lives threatened. I get that. What was called her unacceptable. However, Jess Phillips, I believe, who I had huge respect for until this, I think she has sold out to her government, who have told her she's the one of the people who said no, there's going to be no investigation, no further investigation, no independent Home Office investigation. Why not? Because if you want to
Why not a crowdfund for private investigators?
say they care, and I believe Phillips does care, but if you really care about these abused girls, about the things that happen to them, why wouldn't you shine a light on them? Why wouldn't
local? Do it locally.
No, she can't. No, she wants. That's a lie. Because she said it has to be down to Oldham. Oldham Council have written her 2 letters asking for
What about
a
all Labour,
national inquiry.
all
She
Labour
has-
Muslim councils, is it?
Why would you say
In a
that?
way, Susie, that's bigger than all of this, isn't it? Is why can't we find out through an inquiry what happened here?
Look, I mean, this is the big thing, and it is really important. And Carol, there's something
Oh.
that Carol saying there which is absolutely
Bad
right.
language
But
again.
ultimately, this comes. I mean, I've worked with victims, by the way, you know, on and off over the last 20
How
years.
can you not
And so
want an inquiry?
look, ultimately, you look at the situation here. Authority, social services did not listen to these vulnerable girls.
Yes. So why not have an
Why did the CPS not listen?
Elon Musk is in
Thank God Elon Musk got involved in this. I don't like some of his language,
100%.
but I certainly don't think he's charged. If he hadn't got involved in this, we would not be having this conversation today, and the country would not be having this
Well, that is
conversation.
true.
What about Tommy Adams?
Yesterday morning I wake up and there's an announcement that Labour are bringing in a law which is going to mean you have to charge if you're aware of it. I thought
What about Tommy Robinson? In jail for shining a light off.
To get the facts here, because obviously what's going on is a lot of, you know, people saying a whole lot of stuff. You know, there was.
What's going on is people saying a whole lot of stuff. People are asking for an inquiry.
You can't just say that. The inquiry was not about the rape grooming.
It's about the 20 recommendations, and the really concerning thing, again, this is the politics.
Everyone.
The concerning thing is, the last government did implement any of those.
Recommend the same shit from every fucking Labour.
Labour only announced yesterday though.
Genuinely, it's going, oh, you know, I want to fight for these people. Well, why weren't you doing that when you were in
Why won't you?
Must get back to Muskie. Angela in Merseyside, do you think Elon Musk is a helpful intervention here?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Listen, Carol, just back off about the thing he's interfered about for a minute, please. We're talking about Musk. We're talking about Musk. Jeremy is talking about Musk. Now, just a minute, Carol. This
Cheeky, ignorant bitch.
used in America. It's totally divided. He's got total control.
What's that totally divided?
Germany.
Look at the voting.
He's doing things. Trump's got his son gone to Greenland. The total threat of
Why does it
everything.
matter?
Why does that matter?
Angela, why does it
What's that got to do with Musk?
It's dividing you. Just
You're talking about Trump.
Why does it matter, Andrew? If he's drawn our attention to something important, why does it matter?
It matters because you're now fighting. The last government went and did an inquiry. You should have gone on what the inquiry came out with the results. They didn't. It got buried. Now they're
Carol, come back
sitting
in.
it and they're putting it on paper.
Hang on, Andrew.
Rooster,
I
yeah.
understand the last inquiry was not specifically about the Pakistani grooming gang. It was a general inquiry on sex abuse. So I don't see the problem now where we would have an independent Home Office-led inquiry where the people who turned a blind eye to what was happening, the cops, the councillors, the politicians, both local and national, the charity workers, turn a light on those people and find out who they were and
please.
until
Last
you
word to
do
you.
that, this is going to keep on happening.
Last word to our viewer.
Right. Carol, to start with, the people who take the blind eye that came up under the inquiry, right? They should have been seen to straight away. People in
Why not,
are
Lloyd?
they're not being accountable. And on top of that, they're not even being taken and given jail sentences for not carrying out their job properly. But it does need Leon Musk.
It did take
No, talk Tommy Robinson.
I'm telling you, this is like throwing out a dead cat. He is right in Mar-a-Lago. He lives in a cottage there. He has total control and he's dangerous.
Okay,
He
Andrew,
always
thank you.
gets-
What a
Exactly what we're
fucking
talking about is whether
idiot.
Musk is dangerous. Thank you so much. Do call us on that 0207 862 2222. We'll see you very shortly.
Look at all that smoke there. Look at all that stuff in the sky. Any difference? Isn't that all this thing up? Loads of orange cars and things, you know what you should be getting. They're all covered up. How do you get this bit done?
I understand, but we are talking about Musk.
At least.
Okay? No,
But
let's just
the
get-
problem is you're talking about Musk bringing the grooming gang scandal.
I just want to say, I'm just trying to figure out why everybody goes on about, is it conservatives to blame? Is it which part of which government it is to blame? Does it matter? All them girls have suffered horrendous, right, from very, very young ages. And it's like...
And dangerous individuals are still at it.
Has come out and said something what the majority of Britain are thinking. And diversity in Britain, does it work? No.
This was all about, I mean, a lot of this was 10 years ago. There were a lot of prosecutions when they finally woke up to it. They took too long. They had council inquiries.
That was
They
in
had this
one
inquiry
place.
that Carol doesn't think really got anywhere. Have we closed the book on it? That's the thing. Do you think we've closed the chapter on it or not?
I definitely don't feel.
Well, because it's still going on.
Oh yeah, no.
Is
it's
it?
still going on? Well, the point is we need to get
She's
to
a
a place
clown,
where
her.
this never happens again. You know, and so ultimately, no, there's clearly more work to be done on this. But you know, is this the right way to do it? Like you know, and
Dave, is there a bigger lesson here? Or
Yes,
what?
it is.
Jeremy,
Tommy
the point
Robinson
is,
in jail
what
for
is
it.
the right way to do it? I mean, the girl suffered horrendously, right? Was it not investigated properly because there's other people involved, like
No, we know-
there's
listen, we know
police
that.
officers involved,
MPs.
anyone
It
involved.
was
I don't
political
know.
correctness that stopped them saying these are Pakistani gangs, right? We all know, it's all been in reports and everything. We know that. So you have to tread carefully there. That's what happened.
Exactly.
We're
We're still treading heavy. You know, it's
Are we
not
though?
so long ago in 2017 that an MP called Sarah Chapman had to resign because she had the gall to say, she had the gall to
Tories
point
all
out, she
time
said,
have
Britain has
come
a problem with British
when it would
Pakistani men
change.
raping and exploiting white girls. She was forced to resign. Corbyn actually came out publicly and said, we cannot demonise one community. That's why this problem was never solved.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Dave. Suzanne in Argyle.
Brilliant,
hello.
Carol. Brilliant. I usually hate Carol
I'm
almost.
going to have to be
Musk.
very careful what I say here, but I worked in Women's Aid in Scotland and in fostering for 40 years, and I can categorically tell you that colour and child abuse in institutions where men are in charge was and is race. It doesn't matter. It's
100%, and that's what I say in my own video, where I show my face underneath.
No, it's
If you watch it.
absolutely 100%. I know from
Okay,
the inside.
So, all right. So were these?
Colorblind. Rape of young children and paedophilia is mostly done by men, white colour, whatever colour.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Well,
we're talking
No.
about a particular situation.
But that is white men working in children's homes, not Pakistani men,
You tell me.
enticing 13-year-olds and hooking them with drugs and
White
junk.
Carol going after Carol.
sit down,
Well, I'm asking you.
I can't. It's historic, and some of it, I'm on the other side, so I can't actually say it.
all right, but I appreciate what you're saying. If you're looking at the very worst, as far as we know, the worst paedophile.
I'm talking decades.
Don't keep
Decades.
interrupting,
I'm looking at
Suzanne.
children who are
All right. Thank you. We'll leave it there. Thank you. Anna in Gloucestershire. Hi.
Hello?
What would you like to say?
I'd like to say that I think all of this is a result of the British people and the British culture sweeping everything under the carpet and having a stiff upper lip. This problem has never been identified or dealt with properly because politicians, they are political animals, they don't deal with justice, they don't deal with morality, and actually everything is being threatened in regard to values worldwide. Elon Musk is bringing this to the surface using his power through Twitter, etc., to actually bring the issue into this country. He has not done it and had dangerous results. It's only individuals who actually stand up and say it's affecting.
Wait a second. Surely, if he attacks the minister, Jess Phillips,
Yeah.
and we know the danger, okay, then it does get a bit more alarming, doesn't it?
It's concerning, of course, but the problem is that Keir Starmer, Jess Phillips, they're making it all about them. It's not about the actual issue at hand because politicians haven't got the stomach to deal with real justice and morality.
Okay, well, I almost, Susie, you can hear the energy in this. It's nothing to do with Musk, it's to do with the issue, it's to do with those kids. And actually, this could bring the government down. We're starting to think this could bring the government down if they don't respond to this properly.
I mean, I don't think it could bring the government down, but what I do absolutely agree with the caller is, look, this is horrific, vile. Like, I struggle to read some of it because it's so dark.
But why
And
did
as I say, I
Starmer
wouldn't
say
be
2
one
days
that
ago
worry.
people are jumping on a far-right bandwagon?
No, because there's different things going on here. That's to do with, for example, people like Robert Jenrick, who hadn't mentioned it for 10 years, who hadn't spoken about it in Parliament, who hadn't fought for these girls. You know, these girls were ignored. These were poor, a lot of them were poor, vulnerable girls that basically, you know,
But we
they
know
came.
that.
But the point is, what did he do when he was in government? I'm not trying to find out.
That's not how politics works.
So let's put that in one box.
Okay, right.
That is part of what was being said there. Guys, let's actually think about the victims, which I don't actually think.
Why are we putting around it? The bottom line is,
Go on, Carol.
this government,
Let Carol speak, sorry.
this government has vested interests, and we know what they are, and that's why they do not want to demonise anyone in the
I was
Muslim
not going to recall it here, but if anybody wants to see your woman in the blue,
Tories did it,
if you want to go back and look over my videos and see her in any of the videos, you will see exactly the same speeches and the same body language.
Until we deal with governments and politicians,
Well,
it's not even their weakness, it's their
hands folded
what I'm looking for.
and tight,
Evil.
whereas Carol is being open.
All right, listen, I understand. I mean, this is a complicated thing about how people vote. But Roman in Wiltshire, hi, Roman.
Hello, Jeremy, how are you?
Right, I don't know, I was going to say, can you pour some oil on troubled waters here, but I think probably not. What would you like to say?
I just wanted to say, did anybody notice that all of these countries that Musk and Trump wants to assimilate have national health services? And the first thing they would do if they turned them into states would, take away the national health service. And, all the prices of everything would go up.
I hadn't even thought of that. I'm not sure Musk is joining the dots like that, but that's an interesting thought. Thank you, Roman. Oof, that was a busy one. Thank you. And I know we'll come back to the grooming.
That was just
coming in
stupidity.
days and weeks and months. and years probably. After the break, should we stop locking up kids? An investigation found many are being sent to institutions 100 miles away from their families.
Well, I don't know what you call your woman in the blue, but
We have a bit more empathy there.
Jesus, she is a clown. Watch every interview she's done.